So this Eternal Evolution video is going to be a video about showcasing my free-to-play account. Uh, Basically, I'm doing really well again. I'm way ahead of most of the pay-to-win players as well, and obviously smashing everybody in the free-to-play on this server. So the first thing to go into is like, how can you prove that you're a free-to-play player? And this little icon up here, the recharge pack. As soon as you make any purchase in the game, you'll get these items for free. So if someone has this icon up here, it means they haven't purchased anything. So totally free to play account. So how do I fare up against everybody else in the server? Best way to do that is to jump into Peak of Glory, and you can go through here anywhere. So because I'm not to pay to win, my account will be quite a bit weaker than everybody else's. So I'm ranked 12th here, 20th here, and 18th here, and that's for the power of each of the three factions, being Terran, Atlas, and Wenfir. Now, when you come down to story, keep in mind I'm roughly like, say, on average 18th. Story, I'm ranked 4th. And this has primarily been to the fact that I've got a low-level Leo and a very good Daniel with best gear on. And you can see the only people that are beating me in here are the heavy pay-to-win players with a couple of immortal characters and a few mythics, or whatever that diamond one is. Like an immortal Leo here. So, yeah, going up against some very heavy pay-to-win players here, and then some of the guys behind. You got some immortal characters quite early on. So, yeah, so in the mix of it all, going pretty well. In the Soul Mine, I'm sitting in 4th place as well, so it's probably the same sort of order. And then in the Elite campaign, coming at 3rd actually, so even beating this guy here. So that's where I'm ranked. I'm ranked 3rd for most parts of the game, and I got 1 ranking 2 at the moment. This stuff doesn't really matter. This just basically shows how much money you've put into the game, how powerful your team is. But this is what matters. This is to show how well you're using your account. So what I'm actually working with. So if we go into our heroes, pretty much what I did is in week 1 saved as many tickets as I could, and I did get 1 copy of Leo in the first week. Just because he's such a good character, and I thought, hell, I'll chuck a few gene hybrids into him and get him up a little bit. And I got lucky where I got 2 copies of him in the first week, so that was pretty awesome. In the second week, I was expecting to get Emma, because that's how it used to work. But this time through, the server gave me an option of Emma or Daniel, and they really pushed towards getting Daniel because they had some events with him, a hero evolution. They had the what's the other one? The hero recruitment event, and then you got the elite chapter, and it's all geared towards Daniel, and he is probably in my top 3 characters that I know of in the game. So I ran really hard on Daniel, pulled about 100 limited tickets, got 3 copies of him, which is really good. And yeah, he has pretty much carried me through all of the campaign, along with Leo. Very, very good combo there. And this here, actually, these 5, this is my almost everything stage, but definitely my campaign team. So these 2 here is pretty much what got me through, and then backed up a little bit by the other ones. Senway you actually get a few free copies of early on. Taylor you get 1 free copy of, but make sure he's on your wish list as well. And Serena, I should today actually get another copy of Serena from the 30-day login, so I might have an upgrade for Serena as well. But yeah, these 3 champions, you definitely want them on your wish list. They will help carry you through the campaign. So that's how I got here. The way these guys are geared, pure attack. If I could have all mythic gear, all attack on him with all attack hero sets, that's what he'd be in. Still struggling for gear, being like day 11 or 12. But that's how you gear him. Everything's built towards attack. And if you get substat attacks up here, that's what you really want here. Attack percentage. Going on to the next one. Who we got next? Leo. So he was built all attack early on in the campaign, but now I need some survivability, so I'm just trying to build it up with as much HP as possible, and then with a bit of damage reduction, and then just focusing on HP if I can, followed by attack. So they're the 2 stats you want. In order, you want damage reduction boots is most important, HP percentage sets down here, and then well, HP would be here, and if you don't have enough, start chucking some attack in as well. Just give them a bit of lethality. Moving to Serena, still really struggling for sets at the moment, but I'm sticking with the plan of Abundant mixed in with the Vigorous sets, the hero one, the health ones. But yeah, she's got a lot of growth to go in regards to equipment. Taylor, you need to have a decent amount of crit rate, and crit damage will build up over time. But if you can get crit rate, crit damage mixed in with attack, that's what you want here. Health and defense doesn't matter at all, really, because if he's in too much trouble, you can just bounce him out of the battle, bring him to the back line. He'll just attack from out there. Then going into Senway, he's also a pure attack champion, so I'm really starting to run out of attack set gear. But yeah, he needs to be in pure base attack. He does benefit a little bit from HP and defense, but really just stacking the attack. So that's pretty much the focus of my team. I won't go through everyone. Actually, Bot Mark is starting to make an appearance everywhere. As much crit rate as you can. If I could have him at 95% crit rate, I think that's the ideal amount. So I've still got another 20% to go. But as you can see, I've still got one more set here that I could get, which would be another 15%. And a few crit rate substats. And a little bit of crit damage helps, but it's the most important thing is crit rate, because you'll drop the enemy's defense by a lot over time. Yeah, once you've found your core team, you really want to focus on getting them leveled up. Because Daniel was doing so much damage, I went for a good offense makes a good defense. So a huge amount of attack on him. Got him up to level 159 as soon as possible, and then everyone caught up afterwards. But yeah, these two here are the most important, so they will run ahead of the group in every scenario. And yeah, so that's the team that I'm running. Some cool things that I'm going to do tonight. I'm finally at a bit of a standstill in the campaign, and because I'm sort of catching up to these plays in the story, so I'm only about 5 chapters behind, or exactly 5 chapters behind first place. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to pull all of my multi-resource things tonight, and we're going to put in a ton of levels into my champs, and then we're going to jump through the rest of the game and just see how much more powerful we've gotten. So I don't think there's anything really else to show about how OP this account is. Pretty much the Peak of Glory speaks for itself. It shows how far ahead I am of all the other free-to-play players, and then also how I'm mixing it up quite well with the pay-to-win players. But we will get into some of the battles after this and see how we go. So let's go get as many resources as possible, and I'll show you where I'm spending gems to try and get as much resources as I can to upgrade my guys. So the first place is there. I'm buying those every single day. We're going into the perimeter. We're maxing out these to get as many resources as possible, because I've now got 7 of them, and I might be able to clear this one. I doubt it, but I can definitely clear this one. And I'm looking at 7 times 6, 42, so I'm looking at 4,200 of that, which is huge. That's an absolute massive amount of this Soul Rubelite. And then we're looking at 75, 35, 350k of this, and a bit of this. So that's going to be pretty handy. Go through the wasteland really quickly, because again, it's so much better now that I can just click this once and do the entire stage. And we'll see what's available in the shop. The only thing we're looking for with the diamonds here is none of this. Actually, no, this one here. This is important to get because it's a pretty scarce resource. But this, the mythic runes and then the epic runes, the red and gold ones, we'll be buying those. And this, and that's it from here. Alright, cool. What else we got? Yep, definitely buying cards. Got another 5 cards coming in. What we're trying to do at the moment is we're just trying to get my account buffed up as much as I can before more cards. So tomorrow is when I get my next copy of Serena. Oh, that's a good one. Actually, all of those are really good ones. Okay, cool. Happy with that. Sometimes this doesn't... Oh, random. Okay. Alright, so in the random, there's actually a few that are more rare than others. So the rare ones are actually... I can't even choose it. So this one's a rare one. Praying Eyes is... Oh, Dark Summon is a rare one. think that's all the rare ones that are left. But Flashpoint is a good one. Flowing Rune's okay. This one's good. So I'm looking for, in order, I'd want to go these two because they're the rarest to get. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't get any of them. Astral Strike. For every 2 normal attacks that were launched by an allied tank hero, the next shot inflicts stun. Don't really use tanks. Quite pointless for me. Alright, time to use these. I'm using up all of them too. I think that's it. Oh, 44 of them. That's a fair bit. Now that's got to be it. Okay, cool. Alright, there's that done. Let's do some bulk leveling on the heroes. So you don't really want to be using any of that. Like, I haven't used any of that apart from the 2-hour hero XP ones up until now. And now I kind of want to get that edge to push and try and catch up with the pay-to-win players. Because hopefully they got really impatient and they used theirs really early on. Whereas now, because I used mine so late on, I just probably pulled out like a month worth of resources, for argument's sake, or maybe 2 weeks worth. And I'm getting it this multiplier, like 276 per minute. So if they use theirs in their first day, they would have got absolutely like maybe 20 per minute or something. So that's why you wait. Alright, let's see how many levels we can get here. Don't actually want to go up to 60. Well, couldn't even quite get all of them up to there with that. Alright. Now, so you always want to push up the ones that are like carrying you the most. So for me, Daniel is number 1 always. So he needs to get across the line first. And I'll get an upgrade to the EX. So the Dire Bear got upgraded. So pretty good. And then we're looking for Leo. He's the next one that carries. And he upgraded his Storm attack too. Cool. Alright. There we go. Tons more power coming out of that. Now, always buying these as well, because the resources that I get from this are quite good. So I'm going to get 31,000 of this. So I'm going to challenge here. It just look like I'm struggling and losing, and then you see Daniel just drop a bomb here, and that damage will just skyrocket. And this one's just all based on Leo. Leo died. Okay, might be in a bit of trouble here. Alright, so I pretty much hit my peak in there by the looks of it. What I can try doing is switching these teams around, because Daniel is the main carry. And Leo just might have a better chance against these guys. just going to pray that Taylor can do enough damage to clear these guys out before I lose 3 characters. No, alright, cool. Alright, so I'm at my limit. So now that I'm here, pretty much I just want to jump back one stage and I want to start sweeping. I'm lucky that I actually do want copies of these two. So each run through I'm going to get almost 15,000 of this. So the reason that you want to punch as far through the elite campaign as you can is that I can now sweep and get 45,000 of this, whereas if I was sitting back at like 3 and I was sweeping, oh wait, you get the same. That's interesting. So I can actually just go back and find the champions that I want. So what it must be is that as I get up to here and unlock this one, it upgrades the rewards for all of the stages beforehand. So I can actually just go through and choose the heroes I want. So now what I want to do, actually, knowing this, is I want to go and find out what shards I have the most of. So Senway's good. I've got 16 for him. And Taylor only need 1 copy of before he's immortal, and things will start to slow down with his progression. So I actually might start getting some Senway copies. That's what we're going to do. We're going to jump in, we're going to get some Senway copies there. If I've got a Senway. So it should be about 45,000. Yep, cool. Sweet. So same rules for everyone. You look at that, that's quite a good amount of Soul Rubelite as well. Alright, happy with that. But yeah, a bit of a shame that I'm at a standstill now, but that's just how the game goes. Jump in, get the elite chapter done. Don't know if this is going to be my copy of Daniel today yet. No, I need 20. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. If you just jump on here to check out what the free-to-play account was, how well it was doing. Thanks for watching. Now I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to do all my daily rewards. So feel free to stick around and just see how it all plays out. I'll chuck on a bit of background music and hope you enjoy watching.